Good evening, members of the City Council. My name is Johnny Threaton, and I serve as a firefighter here in our community. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today about fire prevention and the important role it plays in keeping our residents, our businesses, and our infrastructure safe. Generally speaking, when we talk about fire prevention, we often use what we call, or what is known as, the 3 E's. That's education, enforcement, and engineering. Education means teaching our residents, our schools, and our business owners about fire hazards and safe practices. Enforcement is ensuring that local codes and standards are followed to keep structures safe. And engineering involves the design of buildings, systems, and materials that help prevent or slow the spread of fire. In our jurisdiction, fire code enforcement is carried out by both the fire marshal's office and our local building department. When violations are found, we work first to educate the property owner and guide them into compliance. If it's necessary, we'll issue citations or penalties, but our main goal is safety, not punishment. We apply fire code both to new construction and existing occupancies. For new buildings, plans must be reviewed and approved before construction begins, ensuring that fire protection systems and structural features meet the code. For existing buildings, regular inspections are performed and any upgrades or corrections are made to bring them up into compliance with the most current standards. In terms of building materials, we rely on nationally recognized testing organizations such as UL, which is Underwriters Laboratories, and ASTM International for fire resistance ratings. At the state and local level, our building and fire code officials adopt these standards into practice, ensuring consistency and reliability in how materials perform under fire conditions. To determine fire ratings, tests such as ASTM E119 or UL263, those standards are used. These tests measure how long materials such as walls, floors, and structural beams can withstand fire exposure before failing. In our area, those ratings are critical for approving materials and construction projects and ensuring they meet code requirements. When we conduct inspections, those fire tests and ratings tell us how much protection a building really has. For example, a 1-hour fire-rated wall gives occupants more time to evacuate, and it gives firefighters more time to respond. That's why fire ratings aren't just numbers on paper. They directly translate into lives saved. Unfortunately, we do encounter unsafe structures. Some lack proper fire barriers. Some have outdated electrical systems, or they use combustible roofing materials, siding materials, and they don't meet today's standards. These deficiencies make the buildings vulnerable for rapid fire spread and pose risks not only to the occupants, but to also any buildings that might be adjacent to them. In our community, the biggest hazard for potential comes from older, lightweight wood frame construction buildings that are in dense areas, primarily downtown urban Baton Rouge area, right? These buildings often lack sprinklers. They have concealed spaces where fire can travel undetected, and they can collapse quickly under certain fire conditions just because they're so old and the wood is dried out. And that is why plan reviews and structural control are so important. If unsafe structures are upgraded with modern fire materials, compartmentalization, and proper fire suppression systems, we significantly reduce the risk of large-scale fire spread. Early review of building plans and strong oversight of construction standards are essential steps in preventing tragedies before they happen. So, in closing, I want to emphasize that fire prevention is not just about codes and regulations. It's about protecting lives, protecting property, and protecting the future of our community. By supporting strong education, consistent enforcement, and effective engineering, we can continue to make our city safer for everyone. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your commitment to our public safety.